Hey guys, welcome to this week's episode of Ljs Garage, and I'm sitting in a 2008 Ford F250, and it's got the V10 in it. So yes, you got the gas engines, the diesel engines, and this one's the biggest of the gas engines. It's a V10. So I'm going to talk about it, let you guys know why I think this is a pretty cool truck.
Shut up and sit down.
Under the hood is a 6.8-liter V10 that makes 362 horsepower and 457 foot-pounds of torque. It's attached to a 5-speed automatic.
The V10 is actually not specific to this F250 alone. Ford actually used this F250 in motorhomes and the E-Class or the E-Series cargo vans, as well as some of the school buses. Some of the Bluebird school buses actually have the same V10. So you actually have maybe experienced what this V10 is like.
Normally I show you guys the interior and all the bits and features and all the cool things, but this one's pretty standard, old school Ford F150 interior, F250 interior. Check out the gauge cluster. Again, pretty standard, nothing really to see there. All standard affair. But it's pretty solid interior. Again, you can upgrade it with some little aftermarket touches here and there, but typical climate control, typical four-wheel drive controls, pretty standard interior. Check out these huge fender flares. Ooh. And this exhaust, it's massive and it sounds really, really good. Here, take a listen.
It's even got suicide doors.
The best part about lifted trucks is the ride height. So check out this. I can actually see right on top of all these cars, and I'll now demonstrate the awesome perks of having such a large truck and high ground clearance.
You never bother me, I feel happy and fine, ha-ha! Living in the sunlight, loving in the moonlight, having a one.
Oil changes are super easy. Look, you can get right to your filter. You don't even have to lift the truck up or anything because it's already lifted. So I like this truck because it's an 08 and it's back in the era when pickup trucks were pickup trucks. They weren't just luxury, big old payment princesses, all that good stuff. So just to give you guys an idea of what I mean by pickup trucks used to be pickup trucks, in 2009 was the first year that it became standard for all of these F150s, F250s to actually have air conditioning. So there was a point where you couldn't get these with air conditioning, or you'd have to pay extra, and it was an additional option. So fun fact, this car is actually exempt from EPA fuel efficiency ratings. So if a car is over 8,500 pounds, you actually don't have to get it EPA tested to show how many miles per gallon this truck gets. Most people on the forums were saying they get about 9 miles per gallon in the city and about 15 miles per gallon on a good day on the highway. Expect to be at the gas station quite often in this thing. And it's got a 38-gallon tank. So you do the math on that. It's quite expensive to fill up. The cool thing with the F250 is it's basically an F150 with beefed up suspension, beefed up powertrain, and a more sturdy chassis, frame, all that good stuff. The biggest reason why you would want this truck is because of its towing capacity. The V10 can actually tow about 8,600 pounds. And so to give you an idea of what that actually means, since we're in America, a bald eagle weighs about 12 pounds. And so divide that by 12 pounds and this can actually tow about 716 bald eagles. America. For a more realistic number, and so something you guys can actually picture, a Mini Cooper weighs about 3,000 pounds, 2,500, somewhere around there. So this thing can actually tow about 3 Mini Coopers. In the short time that I've driven this, I've got to say one thing. You expect that a V10 is actually going to be fun. This V10, not so much. It does 0 to 60 in 8.3 seconds. And yes, that is very, very slow. Most minivans can actually do better than that nowadays. Just so you guys know, I'm flooring it! And we're going nowhere. Ah! A catchy jingle that some of these Chevy guys, which I'm a Chevy guy by the way, we like to chant is Ford, Ford, they're the best. Drive a mile, walk the rest. In its unaltered form, the F250 is an awesome truck. And for those of you guys that are still sitting there saying Ford, Chevy, Dodge, all of that good stuff, in 2010, the F250 and all the F150 cars and all the big trucks, Ford actually accounted for 50% of those sales. So they were actually the leading sales truck and whatnot in 2010. So the numbers don't lie. Another reason why you would buy this truck is the ground clearance is phenomenal. So as you can imagine, with four-wheel drive and everything, this car is actually, or this truck I should say, is an awesome off-roader. I didn't get the chance to really go crazy on it, but in the short little bit of off-roading that I did that you guys will see here, you can actually see that this truck would actually make a great off-road vehicle. The F250 with a V10 is not for everyone. It's for those of us that like to leave the pavement. We like to go off-roading. We like to get in and tow things, and you know, we're hauling and doing man stuff, whatever it may be. It's not for someone that cares about fuel efficiency, because you're not going to get that. You're not going to get speed. Certainly not speed. But it's a nice ride. It is bumpy and bouncy, but some of us actually don't mind that. If you grew up with a pickup truck and you love pickup trucks, this is certainly a nice one to add to the collection. The V10, you might not see those again in the future. Might as well hang on to them while you can. Enjoy them while you can. It's a big, powerful truck. It has the image of a truck. And it's I don't know. It's one of those unique rides that you just kind of have to drive for yourself and see if you love it. I certainly wouldn't live with it every day, but if somebody decided to give me this V10, I'd take it. I'd drive it. I'd beat up on it. It's a nice ride. Thanks guys for checking out this week's episode of LJ's Garage. Be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment about your favorite pickup truck. Let me know if I'm wrong and I shouldn't be a Chevy guy, you Ford guys. But meanwhile, be sure to catch me on Instagram, link is in the bio, and let your friends know that I'm talking crap about Fords.